Hello, and welcome to my how-to video on eliciting a language sample. In this video, I'll be focusing on 5 effective strategies that can be used to elicit a good language sample. The first strategy that I'm going to start with is prompting questions. Prompting questions are a great way to keep the conversation going and encourage the child to expound more on the topic. I used prompting questions at the beginning of this conversation to help get the conversation flowing and to help me get more familiar with the child that I was taking a language sample from.
Great. So how was your day at school today?
It's pretty good.
Yeah. What school do you go to?
I go to Rivers.
Okay, nice. And how long have you been there?
About like 7 or 8 years.
What grade are you in?
Yeah.
Sixth grade? Awesome. And do you have any favorite things that you do at school throughout the week?
Not really.
Not really. Do you do anything outside of school, like sports?
Well, I play tennis.
Tennis? Do you like that? Is it pretty fun?
It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you just starting?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're still learning.
For my second strategy, I use process questions. Process questions are a great way to elicit more complex language in a language sample. These types of questions tend to focus on something chronological or something that has steps. An example of such a question would be, how do you make a cake? Notice that in the next part of our conversation, I use the process question of tell me or describe to me what your typical week looks like.
Week, just kind of describe your weekly schedule to me. What do you usually do, like Monday to Friday?
Well, I have like a different schedule every day, so it's kind of all like yeah. But on Mondays I have all my classes, and on Tuesdays I just have my social studies class and math class and my language arts class. Okay. And then on Wednesdays I have some specials like PE and stuff like that, and science and religion. And then I have same thing for Tuesday and Thursday, and then the same thing for Friday.
So when you're done with school for the week, what do you do on the weekend usually?
If we're not really if we don't have like a plan to do anything, we kind of just hang around and do some homework and stuff like that.
For my third strategy, I decided to build on some information that I picked up on in our conversation earlier to elicit a larger language sample. Notice in this next part of our conversation that I focused on her interest in baking and built the conversation around that to elicit more complex language.
So, do you cook a lot at home? Do you try to?
I like to bake.
Yeah. What kinds of things do you know how to bake?
Like brownies and cakes.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you pretty good at it?
I'm okay.
Yeah. Is it just you that bakes, or your sisters bake with you?
Sometimes they help me.
Yeah. Do you watch like baking shows or like cooking shows and stuff? Yeah. I like those too. I've been getting into them lately. There's some good ones out there. Like the British Baking Show. All those are pretty cool. Your favorite, what are your favorite desserts? I'm guessing like brownies and cookies and whatever you pretty much make.
Yeah.
Have you made a cake yet before? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah. What kind did you make?
Big chocolate one for my birthday.
Nice.
For my fourth strategy, I used narrative conversation. Narrative is essentially a story about anything from a favorite activity to a favorite place, person, memory, event, or anything else that you think the child might be able to tell you a story about. In this conversation, I decided to ask about a favorite family vacation and have her tell me about the details of her experience on the vacation. This provided me with some great complex language as a result.
What about, you have a favorite memory as far as like a family memory, like vacation that you went on with family, or just last year?
I really liked the Florida vacation that we went on.
Tell me about that.
We went with my aunts and my cousin because they had a timeshare there, and we stayed in a resort place right next to the beach, so we could walk there. And they had a pool and everything. It was really nice.
Nice. That's Awesome. I love Florida. It's really
For my fifth and final strategy, I used open-ended questions. Open-ended questions are a great strategy because they require the child to give you more information rather than just a yes or no response. In this last part of our conversation, I focused the conversation on a familiar topic to her, swimming, and asked her questions like, why do you like swimming more than tennis? To encourage her to give me a more detailed response.
So you just do tennis outside of school, nothing or like other extra activities?
Swim too.
Yeah? How long have you been swimming?
A couple years, not too long.
Do you like that more than tennis?
Yeah.
Why do you like that more than tennis?
I feel like I'm better at it, and I know, like, I'm more comfortable doing it.
Do you just go like you swim at like a rec center or like a
Yeah, I
some
do
sort?
swim.
Okay. It's pretty fun. See, I think it's really cool how people can like swim competitively. I think it's a lot of work, so you gotta
Well, I don't really like go to the beach or stuff.
Yeah.
Just kind of learn all this.
Hey, well, maybe at some point once you get into high school, you'll be like competing and all of that because there are swim teams in high school and stuff. So it's pretty cool. Yeah. Let's see, what's wrong for you?
Thank you for watching my how-to video on eliciting a good language sample. I hope you found the 5 strategies that I focused on in this video useful in giving you a better understanding of how to create an effective language sample.